Hey, welcome to the multi-rapid review, which I'm gonna review every single movies and TV shows I watch in this month. And to be honest, the time you're watching is probably like September, the video release date. So it's basically August movies I'm gonna review. And also TV shows. Yeah, I'm gonna review the movies and TV shows. First is movies and then TV shows. The movies will go from orders that I watch first to latest. And the TV shows, I'm just gonna skip around. Because, well, this is my video. I make my own rules, so deal with it. And yeah, I'm not gonna do reviews on Peninsula, The Kissing Booth 2, and Umbrella Academy Season 2. Because I do separate reviews on these three things already in my previous videos. So yeah. I'm just gonna do every single movies and TV show I watched in August that I haven't reviewed yet. The first movie I watched this month is Sorry We Miss You. And yeah, I like this movie, it's good. I mean, it's carried by good actors, and the movie is just so emotional. I just like how the family just, because of the dad got a new job and the entire family just keeps falling apart, which they are not that good to begin with. And I just like that how they all try to fix it, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's a heartfelt movie that I really like it, but it's just... Okay, I gotta be honest here. I don't think this movie is great. Because first off, I didn't have a work first. I'm still at school. So it's hard for me to relate it to the adults, and the character I can relate to are the teens and the kids. So yeah, this is subjective reasoning, but it's just I didn't care about the adults as much as the teens, and yeah, I mean I still care about them. It's just I just wish that they just spend more time spending on the little girl and the teenage boy, but instead most of the time just go to the dad, just like go to deliver a package, and that package and the receiver just like fuck you, you suck. I mean, I understand why I did it, but just yeah, I get it, but just a bit too much. And I just want to see how it also affects the family of other characters even more. Now helping is the movie already throws in the situation at first already, and I just did not see what is the difference between before and after. To just draw the comparison for me to get emotional for. And also about the dad's boss in the movie. I could not take him seriously because he's just a fucking asshole. I mean, I get it, it's a boss that you have to be a dick, but the issue is he said that I couldn't care if when that person's kid commits suicide. Dude, that just fucked up. I can't take you seriously. That is just lack of humanity right there. I mean, I didn't have a job before, so I don't know what boss said something like that, but still. I mean, I like this movie, but just didn't love it. Maybe it's just because I didn't relate it to the adults and they just focus way too much on them. But still, this movie got a 7 out of 10. The next movie I watched is I Still Believe. Honestly, when I go inside, I do not know that it's based on a true story by Jeremy Camp. Even though I review a lot of music, I don't know who Jeremy Camp is. So yeah, I kinda go inside blank, expecting a romantic movie. Okay, KJ Apa and Britt Robertson actually is pretty good here, and I actually love both actors. One is stuck in a terrible TV show, one doesn't have enough recognition. I didn't see her in enough stuff over the past years. But it's pretty good here. And yeah, the music it's actually really good. And I do like the concert scenes, as I just like listening to music. And for me, the best part is always the word of storytelling. Like the actors, the cinematography, the editing, the music just goes on and shows the scene themselves. Those are the most beautiful moments and the most emotional moments for me in the movie, even though I do believe there's a bit too much emotional scenes. Do you know why the wordless storytelling are the best part in the movie? Because the dialogues are fucking horseshit. Oh my god, what is happening? The dialogues are basically, God, 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 oh my god, God is the reason why you're here. God has a reason for us to stay. God is the reason for us to just pass away. We all die because of God. We all have a purpose in life because of God. What just happened? How the hell this movie got a 98% of audience score in Rotten Tomatoes? Just why? What just happened? Oh my! It's just, I'm just cringing. I'm just annoying when they keep saying something like that every single minute. Oh my god. And honestly, both characters are just fucking perfect. They don't have any character arc. It's just, I'm a nice guy. I'm a perfect guy. I meet this nice, perfect girl. We love each other. That's it. And yet, the dream of the main character actually accomplished after less than an hour. Somehow. Without explanation. Do you know that you can cut some of the things out, honestly? And yeah, because of that, they had a lot of runtime. I think this movie doesn't even have a first act, to be honest. So they kind of had a lot of runtime by saying, "Please help my wife. She has cancer." Fuck's sake. I mean, okay, the actors KJ Apa and Britt Robertson actually carries the movie, but my god, when the script just kickstart and just keeps adding dialogue, I just want to jump off a cliff, to be honest. This movie gets a 4.5 out of 10. Just to be clear, even though I don't like this movie, I'm still glad that this movie exists. I know that Jeremy Camp's story influences a lot of people, and the movie will even influence even more people. I'm fine with that. I'm glad that it did the purpose it did. Even though I don't like it, I said already. I'm still glad that it exists. And if you get influenced by it and you like it, it's fine. I'm happy for you. The next movie is Work It. Okay, the two Avengers in Babysitting star Sophia Carson and Sabrina Carpenter both went to Netflix in 2020 to make a dance movie. And which is better? I would say Work It. And yeah, there's some good stuff. Like Sabrina Carpenter is good in the role. And so is Jordan Fisher and her dance friend. And yeah, I like dance movies, so I just enjoy the dances inside and also the song choices. I mean, yeah, the song is kind of a bit too new and pop that I was just like, oh, I remember that. But that's still a minor nitpick. Choosing some like really recent song for people to just say that. And I just like how the characters is. I mean, I like the concept of how Sabrina Carpenter's character is a like fall on OGBA students, but she knows nothing about dancing. And I just like how she just chooses to just dance, even though she does not know how to dance at all, and just to go to college, and at the end learn that friendship is more important. I mean, yeah, the message is kind of terrible, but I'll just get to it at the end. And yeah, those are good stuff. I like how just the main character does not know how to dance, and she just learned to dance afterwards and to join competition, which I'm glad, because it's so rare that I see a dance movie which the main character does not know how to dance first. When's the last time I saw that? Yeah, I forgot. Still, even the dances are pretty special, as I just like how all the side characters bring their own style of dancing and just dance on stage. It's just fun to watch, and yeah, the characters have good chemistry with each other as well. That's something I also like. But as for issues, yeah, I do not think this movie needs a villain. And even that, the villain here, even though they try to add him some depth, it's just not enough at the end. Also, the fact that the message of this movie was like, no, fuck Fuck your education. Go dance instead. Just like, what? I mean, I'm still at school. I feel kind of offended by this. I mean, just like, why? Dude, education is important. I mean, sure, you need your own interest, but both are still important. Dude, why are you just telling... Because an old lady tell her just like, don't study, go dance. Yeah, nah. Still, I do like this movie. I do think this movie is pretty good. Give it a 6.5 out of 10. The next movie I watch is Project Power, and it's on Netflix. And yeah, it has such a like an original concept that I enjoy. And yeah, the acting is also good in here. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Dominic Fishback, Jamie Foxx are good in the movie. And yeah, I like Jamie Foxx's character as I actually understand what he's going through and what does he wanted. And yeah, the CGI looks pretty good for the 5-minute pill stuff, and the action scenes sometimes looks fine. Especially with that one take scene of a girl freezing to death while the background is happening fighting. Yeah, that is really interesting, and I just enjoy that scene. And it's all in one take. But the best thing for me about this movie is the concept and the themes. Yeah, the pills that give you superpowers for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's interesting. And I also like the concept of a cop that in order to beat the criminal who takes the pills, he has to force to take the pills himself. That's original, and I like to see it being explored. And also a girl is forced to do illegal things and sell drugs because she wants to survive and to earn money for her mother. Yeah, that is so original. And such interesting themes I want to see explored, but the issue is those are just themes and concepts. The execution is very generic. The plot is basically, yay, the three of them helps Jamie Foxx's character to find his daughter, who makes the drugs. And it is an evil organization. Yeah, it's that generic. I mean, it's not bad per se. I mean, you still can have some fun with it. It's just, wow, what you just wasted such an original concept for this, and even the corruption cop and the illegal things required to do girl just kind of tossed aside, and they forgot to just explore it. Yeah, that just sounds stupid for me. Even the action scenes are sometimes just so many editing, so many shaky cam, I just don't know what happens. I mean, yeah, you can still have fun with this movie, and it's not bad per se. I mean, it just have such an original concept and interesting themes that they executed in the most generic way possible. And this movie gets a 5.5 out of 10. Last one is Misbehavior, and yeah, this movie is based on a true story in the 70th Miss World competition, which I never watched before, so I don't care about that competition, but I'm actually interested in this movie about how it translated to the feminism message behind this revolution. And okay, you just gotta watch this movie, you know about it. And to be honest, this is the best movie from all the movies I watched this month. I mean, this is the last one already. So yeah, the acting is good, actually really great. The standout for me is Jessie Buckley, as she actually steals all the scenes she's in casually. And yeah, because of the situation I was in, I actually enjoy Revolution stuff of how they are dealing with the feminism previous times and just what's happening before that. Those are interesting stuff. And this movie actually has two timelines. One is the Revolution stuff, and one is inside the Miss World competition stuff, which I think both are actually pretty good, as I can actually understand what is happening inside Miss World competition and what is happening outside the competition of how they plan to destroy it. And yeah, this is good stuff right there. I like it. And after that, the two timelines, the two situations come together as they meet and share the ideas of different feminism stuff beforehand and how they just deal with their lives afterwards. Yeah, really powerful stuff. I like it. And also the climax. I mean, it's just full of tension and there's so many ups and downs. It's easily the most engaging part in the entire movie, and I love it. I mean, I heard some historical nerds about saying on the internet that say that, oh, it's not historic accurate enough. Dude, it's a fucking movie. You're allowed to change things, so shut up. And yeah, even the comedy is pretty subtle, and I actually get a few laugh out of it. So yeah, I actually really like this movie. And even that, the movie has some things that I don't like. For example, the subtlety of this movie need to trim down. Because there's how do I explain it? There's literally one line saying that, oh, I don't know anything about it because I'm so pretty. What? Okay, that is so heavy-handed. I mean, there's some dialogue that something like that. Also, the Mr. Hope character. Okay, I do not watch history stuff, so I don't know. But this movie kind of put a bit too much focus on him and his ideas, and what he said is too authentic, even for a boy. Just no. Still, I think this is a great movie. 8 out of 10. Now on the TV show. The first TV show I finished is Cursed. I'm gonna be honest here. I do not care about gender bending and stuff. I do not care if Nimue got the King Arthur's sword. Because I just don't care. I mean, I saw a movie called Evelyn High. It stars Britt Robertson, and King Arthur is a fucking girl. And I enjoy it, because I just don't care about gender bending and stuff. But how is it like for a show? I mean, the show has good production, good costume, and good set designs, to be honest. Even CGI just looks fantastic. Wow. And yeah, those are the best part of the show. I mean, the transition actually looks very artistic. And I like how the Excalibur works in this show. It has portrayed some unique style, and what does it do that I've never seen in other media before. Also, I like King Arthur's character here. I mean, Starlock's not good as a character, but as the show goes on, I like him and his character development in the show. Some sword fightings are actually pretty good. Some are not. Some just look horrible. Pim's character is actually pretty interesting, as she actually has a natural comedic timing, the actress. And Geralt Skarsgård playing Merlin, yeah, he is easily the most interesting part of the show. He's the most energetic and just brings a lot of charisma in the show. I just love when he's on screen. But other actors. Okay, Catherine Langford, she's good in 13 Reasons Why. She blew me away in that show. She did not do it in this show. She's not bad, just same as the other actors. Besides Pim's actress and Merlin's actor, yeah, no one actually impresses me here. And then the world building. To be honest, I still do not understand Black Paladin in this show. If they're just some kind of church people with 5,000 people, I do not understand how the hell will they even have a chance to attack the kingdom and even have some fucking army and the Knights Trinitans, or as I like to call it, Knights of Ren. Where did that even came from? And I mean, most of the time the show is just boring. I just don't know what is going on. Just like, boo-hoo, can I please get back? I mean, the first half is basically Nimue takes the sword to Merlin because her mom said so. What the hell? And then, okay, the love story. In one episode, King Arthur did something bad to Nimue, and then in the next episode, she's willing to strip in front of him. Yeah. And honestly, most of the time the show is just boring. Besides the last episode, the last half of it, it's interesting with some really good twists and turns that I did not see coming, which I really want to know where the hell did that came from. And why the hell the show is not like that. other times just boring. If Pim is not on screen or Garub Scar is not on screen, it's just please go back. I mean, even action scenes, some just looks horrible, some looks good, I enjoy, but just most of the time just yeah. I mean, the show is just meh. It's boring. Give it a 5 out of 10. Next one is Teenage Bounty Hunters. And yeah, to be honest, the title is kind of misleading when most of the time it's not even bounty hunting, but still. It's great, I love it. I mean, they're both characters, Blair and Sterling Wesley, they have excellent chemistry with each other. Not only actors look alike, and they just play off each other really well that I completely buy that they are twins. And honestly, after the last episode, I really understand why they did that. And there's also Craig Cooper in Casey Undercover playing Bowser here. And he's also really good, and I love him when he's on screen. I mean, the comedy in this show is also really funny, as I actually laugh out a few times while watching it. And yeah, the best part when it comes to events are actually bounty hunter, when they are actually just going on with Bowser doing some bounty hunting stuff when they don't even know most of the time what to do. Well, not most of the time, but still. I mean, and also the characters in the show are just, I mean, I like the Blair and Sterling's character arc in the show and finding themselves. I mean, they're both finding themselves in a different way, and yeah, but still a good character arc. And even that other side characters is also more than what it seems as well. I mean, there's the mother, which is like, wow, which I do not know has this more depth when the show goes on. Same as Bowser, learning to open up for love. There's Sterling's ex-boyfriend and April, and I was just like, at first just like, yeah, you guys are just stereotypes, and they're just like, what? No, whoa, you did something really original for them, which I just really like about it. And even that, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Nah, just kidding. There's no big issues for me in the show. I mean, there are some action scenes I actually really enjoy in as well, and yeah. Every time I see the Sterling and Blair on screen, it's just so fun to watch, as they just have some killing chemistry with each other. And they just make up the show for me. And when they split up, I was just like, no, don't split it up. I mean, there's one of the few issues with the show for me. I mean, yeah, I just do not like when they both split up and not interact with each other. But that's just a nitpick. I mean, all shows does. I mean, you can't just expect them to be on screen together every single time. And also, there is some kind of weird power for both of them, which I can buy into it. And honestly, everything I did not expect for a payoff actually pays off at the last of the episode, which, yeah, I find it to be great and unexpectedly good. But still, even for some issues for it, I just like, okay, I really wish the bounty hunting and the personal life actually ties into each other really well, because they sound like separate events until the last episode. I mean, they affect a bit for each other in their personal life in the first few, but that's not enough. And also the fact that, I mean, I don't know why Bowser suddenly he needs them for help when most of the time he's just like, he's kind of useless. I mean, I don't care about the politics and stuff, but just like, they make the Wesley sisters look like badass when put aside with Bowser. And then also the fact that some characters has an interesting development that I did not expect, but you have to suffer through the few episodes when they're just fucking stereotypes, which just like, nah, I need to step back and just like wait for it. But still, it's a great show, which I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The last show on the list, Stargirl. Honestly, I know this is on DCU before the trailer even came out, so I'm not that worried when people actually expect this to be on CW. Really. No one actually checked the IMDb, to be honest. So, how do I feel? Brilliant! I love it! I mean, wow. Bragg Basinger here. I know her in Battle of the Bulldogs and the Haunted Hathaways and other Nickelodeon stuff, and she's brilliant here. I love her performance. Same as Luke Wilson as Pat Dugan and Stargirl's stepdad. He is so great in the show as well. And I love the stepdad and daughter dynamic as they try to understand each other and accept each other at the end. Some great stuff. And also Icicle. Wow. Such a complex villain with his own motivation of what do you think and with his own beliefs. Yeah, and he plays so well. Easily one of the best villains I saw this year. Actually, maybe even the best. And yeah, the CGI in the show actually looks really good. Looks like movie CGI. Just how brilliant it is. I'm so glad it's not on CW because CW doesn't have the budget to do so. And the action is fun to watch. I mean, I know that the actress can fight as she is a gymnastic. Even the other action scenes with a bunch of characters is just played really well, and even some long takes here. Also, the JSA members. I mean, I like Wildcat. She's great, played by a good actress, and I like her character arc at the end. Same as Rick, I sympathize with him at first, and I like his development at the end. Also the villains. I mean, besides Icicle, there's Brainwave, which was like, wow, you're very evil. And also his son, which I love his development at the end and his personal, not gonna spoil anything. And yeah, I'm just praising the show right here. I mean, there's some things that I really want to praise about. It's Courtney's hero journey. Okay, I'm 16. I'm over 17, by the way. And I just like, it's so rare that I find a hero that I related to. I mean, I'm not a girl, but still. I mean, I just love his character journey at the show. I mean, sure, there's some parts just like, nah, this is not what a teenager will do. But I just believe that she's a teenager, and I completely believe that what she's doing is what I would do at that situation. And I just like, especially episode 11, which was just like, yeah, it shows the side of an emotionally vulnerable teenager and what it's like to be broken down and what do you feel during that situation. Yeah, great stuff. Love it. And yeah, I love the show how it balances emotion and action so well in the entire time and just never lost focus. And it's just so touching. And also at the end of dedicated for Courtney, for Jeff John's sister who was passed away. Sorry, I forgot her name, but just like so touching. I love it. And I just hope the CW didn't ruin it the next season. But even for some issues, I mean, okay, for Night Owl, she's basically useless, but I do love the journey at the final development at the end, which is just like, okay, that's very interesting. I'm hyped to see how she develops in the next season. And then there's also some pacing issues, which is like, don't recruit them so fast. It's just a bit too fast for recruiting a JSA, but I understand why they do it, so I'll give it a pass. I mean, there's not much issue there. I mean, I can excuse most of the decision as they are teenagers, because as a teenager, I think I will also do the same thing as them, to be honest, when I got superpowers. I mean, there's also the way that some villain dies feels odd for me. And yeah, that's all the issues I have with the show. It's a great show. And yeah, it has some bits pacing issues, and one character is not that interesting, but still brilliant. Easily the best show I've saw it this year, to be honest. Give it a 9 out of 10.